Well, hey everyone, Cameron here again. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to do something a little different this time. I'm going to rate an establishment instead of a bottle of whiskey. Okay, just kind of change things up for you a little bit, okay? So, I just got back from Club Med Sandpiper Bay in Port St. Lucie, Florida. It's the only all-inclusive Club Med in the country. So I'm going to walk you through my time there and what some of the things Club Med might have to offer you, okay, or not. So I've broken this all down into four major areas with criteria that I think all hotels and resorts should hit. I don't really know what's exactly right for you, or kind of time you're trying to have, or how much you're looking to spend. But if you are looking to go to Club Med in Sandpiper Bay, you may find my experience very helpful. Okay, so number one, the food. Okay, so how was the food, right? Well, my package said that meals were included. Yeah, and they didn't tell you that their dining options were extremely limited, and the only place I could really eat the whole time I was there was the buffet, and it was actually pretty disgusting. Food all over the floor, tables were always messy. All they had was these overcooked dry burgers and stale cold pizza. You know, they offered this late lunch, late breakfast menu too, but again, that was just the buffet, so you're still limited in your menu. But the pastries, those little pastries and the biscuits, they were just like rocks. They served that canned orange juice instead of the fresh squeezed stuff. You know, it's normally not that big a deal in most circumstances, but it's not really what I expect when I'm paying almost $350 a day. I mean, come on. They don't even serve any food after 11 p.m. Not really a late eater myself personally, but what if I was? And then what would I do? All right, now I'm busting my own tables, which again isn't that big a deal, but I'm at Club Med alone. You'd think that they would want to target me as the one to provide service to, right? Number two, the rooms. Folks, there's no way around this place. Is a dump. The whole resort needed a facelift, complete disrepair. The wiring in my room, right? Okay. There must have been some faulty wiring with the lighting in my room, because every time I'd go turn on the lights in the bathroom, it would turn off the reading lamp at the bed. And you couldn't even turn on the lights in the bathroom unless you had the reading lamp on first. You see? Now, it's just, you gotta understand that I'm usually a pretty good sleeper. All right, I can fall asleep at the drop of the hat, really. Not one that's all about creatures of comfort, you know. Now Marion, I'd always make sure she is comfortable and pampered. If she wanted a softer mattress, well, we got her softer mattress. And me, I could sleep on the floor for all I care. So you can imagine how bad a room would have to be if a guy like me can't get to sleep in it, right? I mean, first night I'm at Club Med, just tossing and turning in the heat because it's so darn hot down there. I had the thermostat set down to 50, but it never got below 83 degrees the whole time I was there. So there I am, laying in bed, sweating, just looking up at the popcorn ceiling, and well, every time I would toss and turn, I'd be picking up sand. in the bed. People, I can't stress this enough. This whole place, the whole resort is covered in sand. I mean, it's all smashed in the carpets, and it's all in every corner of the elevators. It's everywhere. First night I was there, I'm trying to fluff up my pillow. Sand's poofing out of that. I'm rubbing my feet down the bottom of the covers, and my toes are getting all jammed full of sand in my toenails. I don't know. It was too hot. I'm going to be wearing socks, obviously, but I don't know. Just had to deal with it, I guess. Anyway, I booked this 3-night stay in St. Lucie after Marion died. It's been a little over a month without her now. You can check out my video down below to see how I've been dealing with her past. Of course, those videos aren't doing as well as my whiskey reviews, but that's just the nature of the beast, I guess, right? But I don't know. I'd never been to St. Lucie or any other Club Med. My wife, she went when she was a kid to that same Club Med. I'm sure it was called something different back then, but I think she always intended on going back. She talked it up a bunch anyway, so I thought, why not just go by myself? I got nothing else going on, so I go online. I'm enticed by all the packages that they have on kayak.com, and I booked a stay, not through kayak but through the Club Med site. They offered to let me book my airline fare through them, which turned out to be pretty convenient after all. So rates ended up better through them anyway, so far so good, right? But then I get there and every single toilet is stained with shit. Now, excuse my language, folks, but I'm not exaggerating about this. Every bathroom was like a bathroom at a ballpark that a Little League T-ball team had destroyed after their trip to the Dairy Queen. The light fixture had bugs in the screens, and the hallways reeked. The grout and the tile was just making all these little shapes, and I couldn't even imagine what kind of germs were lurking in that green slime around the edges of the pool. Disgusting. What else? Oh yeah, my king bed. It was just 2 twin beds pushed together. So I called down to the front desk and asked them if I could have another room. They said, there's nothing we can do for you because we're full. Excuse me? You don't look full to me. This lady couldn't hang up on me any faster. She was just plain rude. Just rude. Which brings us to number 3. They don't give a damn about you there at Sandpiper Bay. I mean, some of the employees are nice. Don't get me wrong. It's just the customer service in a whole and the treatment of the customer did not match what I was paying for. For example, the first day I'm there, I'm sitting in the patio outside the main restaurant, and this moron comes up with one of them gas-powered leaf blowers. I guess they have those to blow all the sand off the walkways, which indeed they need to do, but this guy's head was somewhere else. I'm just sitting there and he's blowing up clouds of sand all around me. I'm picking it out of my eyeballs, out of my clothes, and getting it in everybody's food. There's a couple over there eating some of that fish, that mahi-mahi, and it's just getting sandblasted to the dickens. He just kept blowing and blowing. He didn't say anything, no apologies or anything. He just walked off as if that's how he's supposed to do it. Unbelievable. Number 4, activities. There's nothing to do there, folks. Club Med is extremely limited in any kind of activities they offer. Well, they actually offer a lot, but then there aren't any when you get there. Not really. The website said they had these exercise and yoga classes, but every time I tried to sign up for one of them downstairs at the front desk, they said, well, we don't really have those classes available for your stay. No classes from Friday to Sunday? That's a ripoff. There's no town to explore. There's no karaoke shows going on. There's no history there. So everyone's just drinking. Parents are got their kids in that dark daycare cave, so they can go get drunk. And girls on their girls' weekend, they're trying to drink as many of them frozen margaritas as heavenly possible. There's just no way around it. No way around it for me. I was on break at the time, and I know I told you I'd do a tequila tasting video next time I was down in Florida, but I took a break after Marion's passing, and sure, after getting to Club Med and seeing the only thing interesting to do is drink, I had pretty serious second thoughts, but I wanted to stay with it. See if there's another way into it. But joke's on me. My best malt whiskey for beginners still has the most views on it. So anyway, I tried it out. The not drinking. Didn't really occur to me when I bought them tickets that Club Med would turn out to be Booze Town, US of A. Now, if this was say this was a month ago, I would have been all for it. You folks know me. I'm the life of the party, right? I got a serious tolerance for this sort of drinking. Sort of drinking vacation calls for. Once you pop, the fun don't stop. That's what my friends used to say about me. I'd talk to anybody. I'd make friends everywhere, burn the candle at both ends, They needed me to keep things going like that. You need somebody in the group all the time like that. But once I read in a book about grief processing that it's best to keep your mind clear as possible after losing a loved one. That way you can reflect purely and completely with all of your heart. I was fine. I put together a funeral and executed her will. Answered every single damn Facebook message. I handled it. All of it. I did, but I don't know. It seemed like something worth trying, I mean, please, I can go days, weeks without drinking. I had no problem. Even the thought of having a drink in the morning when I wake up makes me sick. I got a good handle on my drinking. It doesn't affect my work performance or my relationships at all, ever. Marion, she used to drink too, but she seemed to be able to stop herself. She didn't seem to always need to finish everything that was in the liquor cabinet at the time, But yeah. Sorry, folks, the cat kicked the cord out, but I think we only lost a minute or two there, but I think you're getting the idea. Club Med Sandpiper Bay. I'm giving it 1 out of 5 stars. All right. I didn't never give any of my spirits 0 stars, so I'm going to hold the establishments to the same standard, I think. But as I outlined in the 4 sections, right? Club Med was gross. It was overpriced. The food was god awful. The employees were rude. And without any activities to do, the place was just straight up boring. Just flat out boring to me. 1 star. That's all I'm giving it. The only thing I did there was sit in the pool the whole time. Whole 3 days I was there. Till they had the nerve to come kick me out. Turns out I was in the kiddie pool. But I didn't know I was in the kiddie pool. If I had signs posted, they weren't posted well. So why separate the pools anyway? You know, the parents are always sitting over at their bar like zombies getting plastered, and the kids are actually having a good time over here, splashing around in their underwater worlds, playing sharks and minnows. Forgot all about that game. Not sure if them kids were calling it that, sharks and minnows, but they were playing this game where you would swim from one end of the pool to the other without not trying to get caught by the shark. And the deeper you'd go, the better chance you'd have alive. Chance you'd have of staying alive anyway, you know, alive. But one kid was a shark, the rest were the minnows. And, on my last day, a whole slew of kids got together and staged this big game. And I just decided to sit in the shallow end, soak up the sun, watch all them minnows go. And they were having a hard time getting across because the pool wasn't as deep there. This gangly kid, all covered in freckles, he was a shark. And well, he was really taking it to him, too. He watched him tag out 3 kids underwater with one breath. And then when he'd come to the surface, he'd yell out, "Hadouken!" I don't know what that means, but it's funny. Tag Hadouken! Anyway, I was just leaning against the hot cement, slowly kicking my legs, smiling. I don't have any kids. Miriam never wanted any. I don't know. I still think they're funny, though. That Hadouken shark catching all them minnows. I was having such a good time. Such a good time. So yeah, I must have been there a minute, and then some employee comes walking up and says, "Are any of these children belonging to you?" I said, "No, just watching." He says, "Well, if you're not a direct relative to any of the children, you're going to have to leave." What does he think? I'm some creeping guy that's getting off on watching these children swim around me, that adults can't enjoy the company of children? He tells me that the parents had complained. He says, "Stick to the swim-up cabana bar in the other pool." I say, "Oh, hey, I don't drink, so I don't move." He says, "I already called security." So guess what? Here comes that goofy guy with the gas blower that sandblasted all that mahi-mahi. And he's just crossed his arms staring at me. So I get out, walk over to my lawn chair. It's got my towel on it, and dripping water everywhere. It seemed like all I could hear was the sound of water dripping onto the cement. Kids stopped playing about by now. They're just staring at me, and so I scoop up my things and I leave. You know, the beer at that airport bar tasted heavenly. It did. This place. Save your money, folks. Save your money. There has to be many places in St. Lucie that is more worth your time. All right? Club Med Sandpiper Bay. Stay away from it, I say. Now, if you thought this was helpful and informative to you, please like and subscribe. And by all means, sound off in the comments section in case you have some Club Med stories of your own. We'll see you next time. Bye, y'all.